Kardashian makes me vomit. This is according to a 24-year-old. His name is Mike Amess, and he suffers from a really severe phobia of the Kardashians. So according to him, he breaks out in a cold sweat. Whenever Kim Kardashian's name is mentioned, he shakes. He gets nauseous, and apparently he once threw up when he accidentally watched Kanye West's Bound 2 music video, you know, where Kim was on the bike. We all know that music video. So this is how he discovered that he had this phobia. He says that he grew up Catholic, a really strict Catholic, and he tried to repress my sexuality and deny that I was gay. Loads of the boys at school were going on about how good Kim Kardashian's sex tape was. I thought I'd give it a watch in the hope it would turn me on. I downloaded the video and watched it secretly in my bedroom, but the sight of Kim writhing around with her huge bum and the sound of her horrible high-pitched wailing repulsed me. He adds, I really wanted to be aroused by her, so I kept watching it, but she made me feel more and more upset. By the end of the tape, I burst into tears. The experience left me terrified, and I never want to see Kim Kardashian's face again. And it's not just Kim. I guess whenever he hears the Kardashians, because he says they all sound the same, he describes their voices very nasally. They all sound the same. All of them make him upset. It even cost him his relationship because his boyfriend at the time wanted to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And he could not because it made him physically ill. And so because of that, they got into a huge blowout. He stormed out, and it essentially ended their relationship. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
KKK also makes me vomit.
Fame whore phobia?
This is weird. .vom.
Throwing up in the Kardashian.
Nice.
Oh my God, I got a laugh from Amir. Yes. That's all that matters to me right now. Okay, so first and foremost, what did you guys think about this 24-year-old's phobia? When you first read the story, what was your reaction?
I think it was prove it. That's my thing. It's like, oh, really? You know what I mean? Those are some pretty lofty claims. So, like, prove it in a video on the internet.
Okay.
A gay man watching a female porn video was repulsed. Is this news? Yeah. I don't understand. Like, am I missing something? Like, of course he was repulsed. Like, they're terrified of vaginas.
I think you're actually really touching on something really important here, because when I read it, I was like, okay, clearly this is somebody who was riddled with guilt because of being Catholic and growing up under this strict religion. He came from a really religious family, and he hated the fact at this time that he was gay to the point where he felt like he had to test it by watching this video. Right. And I think the underlying issue here, this is just me speculating, is that he's somehow correlating the two. So when he learned that he is not turned on by women and somehow felt so disgusted with himself at that moment, which breaks my heart because there's so much shame on people that don't get to love who they want to love, that he somehow, it turned into a phobia.
Right.
I don't think it has anything to do with Kim Kardashian. It has to do with the fact that he's disgusted with himself at that time, and he still has that misplaced guilt. And that's what sucks.
And probably every time, that's why he says every time he hears their voice or he sees a picture of them or he whatever, it probably brings him back to that specific memory. And that's probably what makes him sick, is not them, but the feeling he had while watching that video.
Exactly. And people out there that condemn and shame people that are gay or lesbian or transgender, you don't understand that these are the symptoms that come out from that. There's no coincidence that teenagers are, I believe the statistic, 4 times, gay, lesbian, transgender teenagers are 4 times more likely to commit suicide than average teenagers because they are shamed for being who they are.
Yeah.
Can I be a hater for a second?
Yeah, be a hater.
Here's the thing. I feel like if this was a regular old porno, like the other 99.9% out there, this would not be news, and he wouldn't have a platform to do this. So I'm kind of calling a little bit of sensationalism, because it seems like he just didn't like, her butt's too big in this porno. Now I'm sad.
He's, I'm sure, exaggerating.
Yeah,
I think he is exaggerating. Bree, what do you think the truth is?
Well, as someone who has an irrational phobia, I have a weird hair thing. I don't like loose hair. It makes me sick. Like,
could you vomit?
I've come very close.
No, we've done it on this show. It wasn't pretty.
No.
Please put it down. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Bree. I feel so bad.
And I know where that came from, but I don't know why I had such a strong reaction. And I have met people who have a phobia. Like, there was this girl that I used to be friends with, and she would, every time someone would go like make a gagging sound, she would actually throw up. And so my other friend who was so mean did it to her all the time. So I saw her throw up about 10 times. No joke.
That
Probably
sucks.
really thin and hot though, right?
Right. Of course, a guy would say that.
I know.
So I understand like where it's just, you can't help it sometimes. It is weird. It's a weird phobia to have. And I feel bad for him because he must be in a constant state of nausea then. Like walking into a Sears,
That's
he's
what
like,
he said.
oh my God.
He said he can't even have like a pop culture love anymore because I guess he loved pop culture because she's everywhere.
That's true, you can't avoid
They're
her.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I thought that Amir and Tom both had really interesting points because we were talking about it this morning. And Tom wrote in, and Tom was really upset about this story. He was like, I don't understand why the Kardashians never smile. Why in every picture does Kim Kardashian not smile? She's rich, she's successful, she seems to have all these things going for her, but she's always like pouty face. Then Amir's corner, he chimed in and he said, well, it seems like just generally speaking that girls nowadays, when we take selfies, when we take pictures, we're pretty much stone-faced.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what? Sometimes I have really big teeth. I had these teeth when I was like 8. So I was so ridiculed. I heard how much wood could woodchuck chuck. Like I had it all.
Vanessa?
Yes, horse face, the worst. But you know what? Because I grew into my teeth now. So
Yeah, girl, they're hot.
I don't need veneers. Thank you. Save me 10 grand. But no, seriously, like I think it's when I smile, I can I have to show like very little teeth. Because if I smile like a full smile, it's just like terrifying. Like people look at me and they're like, holy
So do you think a lot of people probably have some sort of reservation about their smile and it's just easier to be...
Girls want to look sexy, pouty face, like all like, oh, look
What
at
about
me,
you, Brie?
like whatever.
I can't take
sexy to
selfies
me.
seriously.
Either
so
can
it's
I.
like
Yeah.
either like a really stupid smile or something just, I don't know. But I
Can
do
we see the stupid smile?
but I do think
Jason is stoned. What is going through your mind right now?
The thing is, the pictures, girls are like, everybody look at me,
I think-
but don't think that I like that you're looking at me, but look at me.
Exactly.
That's the vibe I get.
I think selfies have become a thing where it's not like, look at me enjoying this moment. It's look at me, this is how I am in this moment. Pretend the camera's not here.
Right. All right, so what did you guys think about this 24-year-old phobia about Kim Kardashian? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you all next time on Pop Trigger.